Hey, I'm Emily Fraser from Matchroom Pool. I hope you all like and follow Shark Street.
Hi, I'm Lucas Casaver. Join us on the Shark.
Hello, I'm Jonas Soto, and join us on Shark Stream.
Hello everyone, I'm Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Join us to the Shark Stream. Let's go!
Hello, I am David Alcaide. Join us in Shark Stream.
Hey guys, I'm Frederick Horst. Join us on the Shark Stream.
I'm Christina Tkach. Join us on the Shark Stream.
Hey guys, it's Jason Shawdrop. Join us on the Shark Stream tonight.
I am John Moore. Join me on the Shark Stream.
Hi, I'm Savannah Easton. Join us on the Shark Stream.
Hi, my name is Georgia Georgiev, and you can join us at the Shark Stream.
Salado is the world's premier pool community. Playing your friends has never been more fun. Raise the bar with Salado so regular practice can become real pressure. With monthly prizes and cash payouts, Salado brings pool to the people. You can even submit match results to Fargo Rate through Salado if you want, but you don't have to. Your race, your place. Make your matches count with Salado. Download now and get started. No minimum play per month. 8, 9, 10 ball. You choose. It all counts.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hopefully you guys can hear me out there. This is Brian Brennan, not quite in the booth, but bringing you a Dark Stream Pro list match. Ashley Benoit, number 4 versus number 5, Jamy Nadeau. They're getting ready to start their match right now, and here's the opening leg. For those of you who are tuned in, just let me know how I sound. I'm not in Wallingford right now. I'm trying something a little bit different. Looks like Ashley won the first leg. We'll get the first break. Hope you guys enjoyed the coverage that we brought you for the last 4 days from the McDermott Open here at Yale Billiards in Wallingford, Connecticut. And man, I gotta say, it was a lot of fun working with Jeremy Jones, Scott Frost, Brian the Kick and Chicken, and of course, Bobby the Legend Hunt. Bobby Hilton stopped in every once in a while, as did Frank Maialetti. So we had a lot of great talent in the booth all weekend long, and we had a lot of great coverage. We had 23 ranking WNT pros. So, yeah, we were pretty excited, and Eklund Kanchi ended up winning. Ashley was in. She had a couple of tough matches right out the gate. She had to play Eklund, the eventual winner, in the first draw, in the first round. She did win her second against Ihor Stravitskal, 9-3, and then she ended up getting knocked out by, darn it, I misplaced my notes. In the third round, she got knocked out by Nathan Childress in a score 9-3, I believe. So she's back in form here at the pro list match, and here we go, first break. First break goes dry. Andy, I saw your comment. Hello, Brian, out of the booth. All right, thanks for telling me that sounds good. I mean, I'm just using I'm in my guest room at my buddy's house, so I tried to set up a remote booth so I wouldn't have to drive back and forth every time we got a good list match going. So hopefully it works out today and we have a nice stream. Jamie's at the table. He's looking at the one ball. Not a great set of options here, though. He might just play safe. Yeah, he's just going to sort of clip it on the side and come back to the pile. But left Ashley a pretty wide open shot. With that 2 ball sitting where it is between the 3, the 9, and the purple 5 ball, it's going to be real tough to get a lane. If she could actually get back to the dead center of the table, 2 rails off this 1 ball, she should be in pretty good shape. Might have overrun it a little bit. These tables are playing very quick. We just had them recloth. They don't have a lot of miles on them yet. Even though we did have a lot of great action this weekend. So they might be playing a little quick. But on the other hand, it's raining here. I don't know if it's raining in Wallingford, so the humidity kind of slows things up a little bit. I think she's got a good look, though. Pokes the 2 ball out, overran the 3 just a little bit. I think she wanted to be a little straighter than that. Ooh, that extra angle didn't help. Now Jamie's going to come back to the table with the same exact clean look at the 3, but a much better angle. Once again, like I said, these tables are playing very fast. I think he got away with it. Yeah, it's a pretty close shot, but he's got a good look at it. He's got to come back around for the 5 ball purple. Oh, and he tried to jam it in there, and the pocket said, "Hell no." These are 4-inch pockets. I know most of you guys that have tuned in before have experience with these 4-inch pockets, and they were like I said, they were recently redone by our friend Cliff. Boy, I can't think of his last name at the top of my head, but he was recommended, I believe, by the WNT. Did a fantastic job getting these pockets all straightened out and getting the cloth stretched out. Players all had very good reviews of the play action for the table, so just got to sort of tone it down a little bit. Oh, that just, well, I believe she's still got a pretty good look at this 5 in the corner. Yeah, it goes by the 6 easy. Only problem is the cue's going to get some strong legs. Going to have to hit it hard enough to go back and forth, I think. Or she just might be playing the safety. Yeah, she went for the safety and got it. I thought she might have gone for it there. Then again, maybe it's just because I've been watching all these 800 plus Fargo players making those shots look super easy. I know for a fact on this table it's not. So that was probably a prudent decision by Ashley. See if Jamie's going to kick at it. Yep. Makes good contact. Might get the 3-way. That's just going to roll off a little bit. Ashley's got a clean look. And again, thanks for everybody for tuning in. Brian, not quite in the booth. Brennan, broadcasting on the Shark Stream from Yale Billiards in Wallingford, Connecticut. Appreciate it if you guys would hit the like button, share it out, let people know we're back live with our regularly programmed Shark Stream matches. Okay, she's looking very strong to get out here. 6 goes right in, 7. She wants to leave herself a little angle on the 7. Yeah, that'll do. Like she's got just enough angle to, with a little spice, she can make it back down table. Ooh, thinks that came up pretty well. Nope. Now that I can see the 9 ball again, that's actually going to do pretty nicely. Bang, right in the center of the pocket. She gets the first blood. Ashley Benoit up 1-0 over Jamy Nadeau. You guys still want to go back and watch any of the McDermott Open? It's still available. I think they have a 30 or 60-day retention on there. If you subscribe to that, you can go back through the bracket of the McDermott Open and watch any single match you want from round 1 all the way to the finals. So if you want to watch your favorite player, it's all up there. It's all recorded. Just click through to recording and you can watch it at your own leisure. Had a few good reviews so far. If you guys did subscribe to that, let me know and how your experience went. Would be very curious for your feedback. I thought it was really cool just having the feature table on WNT TV, having the feature table on Digital Pool, and then of course for our Facebook and YouTube subscribers. So I hope you guys enjoyed that content this weekend. For now, back to our pro list match. Looks like Ashley's getting ready to break up rack number 2. All right, so it looks like the 8 ball's down. Got one other one. 5, 6 ball. So the 2 and or the 8 and the 6 are gone. She's got to look at this 1 ball, but it's not. I don't know if she's got enough of the ball to cut it in. Oh, geez, I just looked at the comments. Race to 99. Yeah, let me fix that real quick. Good catch, guys. Fat fingered it a little bit. That looks better. Thank you, Katina, for pointing that out. Ashley's just going to give Jamie a look at this 1 ball, but not a lot. I don't. The 3, 5, and 7 can all be used as cover here if he wants to just push the 1 back, or he can just try to sliver the 1 and bring the cue back to where it is. Either way, pretty safe event. Andy Gauss says he did the year subscription and watched a whole bunch of matches. Awesome event, absolutely. Enjoyed having you come down when you could, so I'm glad you got to watch all your favorites. Hopefully your staff here got you a whole bunch of signed cue balls that you didn't have before. Hard to tell. Let's see if Ashley's got a clean look at this 1 ball on the outside. I think the 5 might actually be the blocker, not the 4. The purple 5. You got it pretty full. Let's see if she gets a lucky roll here. I think that might be pretty cleanly visible. Oh yeah, definitely cuttable. A natural kind of position for the 2. Might need to go 2 rails to get there, but I'm sure you can get there. Yep, just popped into play safe. Both these guys, both these players playing a little bit conservative so far today. Seen a lot of defense. Not a bad thing, especially when you're coming off a big tournament like Ashley is. Start to feel a little bit trepidatious, but yeah, here comes another little safe. Probably going to use the 5 as cover. Just like that. For those of you guys who did tune in, what'd you think of our coverage this weekend? I know we had like I said, I had a lot of fun with Scott Frost and Jeremy Jones. I got to know some great guys in the booth, and boy, they're talented. I think I learned a lot just by watching and listening and being producer. But both those guys I thought did an excellent job this weekend, and we're so happy to have them here. Well, where do we stand now? We got the 4-ball sitting between the Q and the 1, it looks like. The 1-9's lined up. Gotta make a decision here. Do you give up ball in hand but get the 9 out of there? Do you try to kick at this 1? You might even be able to see it, but look like it from this end. Yeah, she had a lot more of it than I thought she did. This is a tough shot too, just because it's a 4-inch pocket. You really can't cheat too much. It looks like it's pretty straight on, and the 2 is 9 feet away. Tried to get a little forward spice on it, didn't quite get there. Now Ashley's gonna have a nice look at it. That was some serious stroke right there. She just drew it straight back with the angle and landed on this 2 nearly perfectly. Wow, that was a risky shot, but I think she found the window. It looks like it. Looking like she's in very good shape to finish this rack off too. She's hitting them well. She had one little miss earlier, but I think she's gonna get that smoothed out. There you go. I think she's off angle, but still playable. You're just gonna push it to the long rail and take the distance. Just like that, Ashley gets up to 2-0. Coming out swinging so far this match. Jamie's gonna have his hands full. You got the wing ball. Looks like he's got to look at the 1 ball too. That 8 ball might come and ruin the 2's party down there on the left side of the screen. My mother's texting me and asking me who's in the booth today. So, hi, Mom. I can assure you it's me. Using a different microphone than I usually use inside the booth. So, I might sound a little bit different. Oh, wow. Jamie went right around the one ball. So, that's going to give Ashley ball in hand. So we're trying something a little bit different on the Shark Stream. I think based on some feedback we got from WNT and maybe Zach and a few we can still see the comments that you guys are posting on YouTube, Facebook, and on Digital Pool inside the booth, but we're not embedding them in the stream anymore. We want the stream to just sort of stay classy, you know what I mean? So I am looking at your comments. Hector, thanks for tuning in. Definitely McDermott was awesome, and Hector did, you played in it. You're braver than I am, friend. But he says everybody in the booth did a great job. And Andy and Katina are both very happy with their subscriptions on Digital Pool so they could just sort of a la carte all 16 tables during the McDermott Open. And like I said, you can watch that as many times as you want for the next 30 days. I'm not sure. He might even keep it up there longer. It was great to partner up with WNT and make it a real fun event. So hopefully you guys that did participate enjoyed it just as much as we had a good time putting it out there. Looks like Ashley's coming together for this 2-9 combination, trying to make it 3-0 early. And she fires it right in. What a shot. I hate combos myself, but I respect anyone who can actually make them like this in 4-inch pockets, especially. Very nice shot. Ashley up 3-0. Oh, I'm so used to watching the matchroom breaks for the last 4 days. It's weird almost to see that one ball on the head spot. I got to readjust my expectations. Usually I've been saying, oh, you got to get that one in the side pocket and we have to get the 9 moving. But in this case, we got to go back to normal here, which is looking for that 3 ball or that 5 ball to go straight into the corner. Just like that, 3 goes rocketing in. She's going to have a great look at this one ball. Well, not a great look, but a look. Hey, Kenny, thanks for sharing it out there. We got about 100 viewers already. Holy cow. That's a lot for a list match, but thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, like I said before, and share it out there. Let people know we're live tonight. We're going to be live probably for another hour or so. Usually these things take about an hour and a half, but sometimes they can go a little bit longer. I don't have anything else scheduled before you ask, but I do know there are still some pros hanging around at the Yale Billiards. They're getting ready to go to Southwest, or what is it, the Super Billiard Expo in Philly, either tomorrow or Wednesday. But I believe there are a few still hanging around, so we might have some bonus coverage after this match. Oh, went for another combo, didn't get this one, but at least you got the one that counted back then. That 9 ball was big. All right, so Jamie's been mostly watching, looking to put something together here. Eddie, I would never presume to ask any woman of any age her actual age, but I think she's still in the top women's WPBA rankings for top 16 yet. I think you're correct on that. Beautiful. Jamie's looking pretty sharp here. Ooh, that might cost him. He wanted a little bit more right English to get further up the table. Now he's got a deep cut or a bank. Or a very plausible safety. Put the 7 on the short rail and put the cue on the other side. Yeah, that looks like what he chose to do. Did the 7 go too far? It's going to be tricky, but it's definitely Ashley's choice here. She can go for the cut if she's playing aggressive, but so far she's been playing a little defense. She might decide to just move the 7 up table and use the 8 for cover. Didn't quite get there. Ron's wondering if Ashley isn't number 5 on the list. I looked it up this morning, and I think her last loss was to Rob Pierce, if I'm not mistaken. So Rob Pierce is now in our number 3 spot. She's in the number 4 with a down arrow, and Jamie's in the number 5 with an up arrow. So that's why we're watching this one tonight. That's at least what I saw on the website. I'm not in the room. I don't have a view of the actual board on the wall right now. Andy Gow. Oh, you're cracking me up, buddy. Andy Gow writes, Georgie Georgiev is definitely still here because he's staying at my 5-star hotel until Wednesday. Absolutely. That's pretty cool, Andy. You can sit there in your brand new gold crown, get some tips and tricks from Georgie. Got to make sure you feed him and give him some water every once in a while, right? Amy looking to get on the board real nice here. Ooh, just slow down, cue ball. Makes me nervous with these new cloths. All right, he's in good shape. That'll make it 3-1. We talked about this a little bit in the McDermott Open broadcast, but it's still relevant. Upcoming events for the WNT. Florida Open coming up. Tickets went on sale today if you're a WNT subscriber, but if you're not, you can get the tickets on the 9th of April in 2 days. And this is down at Caribe Royale, the very same venue that was the Mosconi Cup. So you can see from the expressions on the players' faces that they were having a pretty good time. So if you're interested in that event, you can definitely reach out to WNT, buy those tickets right there on WNTTV.com. And we'll talk about some other stuff that's coming up on the WNT as well as at Yale Billiards. We still have a pretty busy week. Bobby is getting ready to take Austin, Lucas, and I believe Ashley down to the Super Billiards Expo, Philadelphia. They have a booth there, so if you're interested in meeting Bobby or Ashley or Lucas or even Austin, that's where they'll be for the entirety of the episode or the entirety of the week. They have, like I said, they have a booth and a table. They're going to be, so I think Lucas is definitely participating in the tournament, as will most likely Ashley. So it should be a very good weekend. Everybody loves it. Jeremy Jones and Scott Frost said they were going to be there during the last broadcast. So you're going to see all the big names, both sides of the table. Oh, Katina says Logan and James are going to the expo. Wow, that's awesome. I hope they have a blast. And I've heard it's awesome. And one of these years I'll get down there, but just not today. Little safety tempt. I think, well, Ashley's got to look at this, but there's not a lot of options here for a defensive play at all. This is above my pay grade. I got the 1-5 going straight towards the rack, the Taom Max rack. What do you do with the cue ball? Boy, I'm stumped. Seems like Ashley might be a little in the tank too. See what she does. That will work. Plays the 1 ball off the 7 ball. Ooh, might be a window. That's hard to gauge. Yeah, I think he can get at least a piece of this 1 ball. That's exactly what he got, is a piece of the 1 ball. Oh, congratulations, Will. He had a nice cash in a New York tournament this weekend, cashed out third and fourth. Well, that's a good use of your tournament time. I was too busy focused on the tournament somewhere else. Believe that hit the 2 first, and that's going to give up ball in here. Yep. Actually comes to the table with a nice pattern here. Not a real lot of difficult balls here. The 6 goes by the 7, and every other ball's got a pretty clean shot at least 1 or 2 pockets. Let's see a run out here. $1,400. Well, congratulations, man. That's a good ROI right there. Hopefully you got something in the Calcutta as well. Assuming they had one. He's a little straight. Kind of like her sort of pulling it up the long rail, just sort of trying to hold here. Played it 2 rails to get back to the middle of the table and just pinched it out a little tiny bit. Maybe hit that a ton. I don't know why. I would have tried to leave that a little closer to the middle of the table, but as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, these tables are running like ice. So it's hard to really keep that speed under control, especially when you got it deep in the pocket like that. Not a problem. Oh, he's going to overrun this a little bit too. Just barely misses the side pocket and glances the 8. Got a long shot at the 7, but it's definitely makeable. Brought it back pretty much. I mean, short side, pro side, whatever you want to call it, but it's dead on. So he should be able to roll forward and get to the 9, no problem. Oh boy. Oh boy. Whew. Playing with fire, Jamie. All righty. Good recovery, Jamie. Brings it back to 3-2. All right, here we go. Rack number 5. Allison leading. No, rack number 6. Allison leading 3-2, I believe. Wasn't it just 3-1 already? They had to update the scores on the tablet. There it is. Okay, just a little tiny bit behind. Sometimes the players like to do it as soon as the 9-ball drops. Sometimes they like to do it when they get back to the break position. It is what it is. Got the right score now. It looks like Jamy broke dry, but didn't leave Ashley very much of a shot here. It looks like that 8 is fully covering the 1. Probably going to see a push out here. Yep. Got to be careful with that long hair. Not a foul in the list to touch another ball, but if she was playing in the McDermott Open, that would have been considered a foul. Believe it or not, it's all ball fouls. So I think that might be why she was playing with a scrunchie, to be honest. Oh, it's going to get ugly. Oh, it stayed up. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now she can see the 1 ball, but she can't pocket it in the side, I don't think, unless she has a jump shot. So she's probably just going to play safe and use somehow the 3 ball or the 5 ball as cover. Sort of bounce the 1 ball down towards the right rail. Oh, she's got a jump cue in her hand. She might be jumping over this 8. Good clean contact, didn't quite get the angle. Jamie's got a pretty difficult back cut with the cue heading straight into the 9 now. Unlike the McDermott Open in all matchroom events or WNT events, the 9 must be called in the list, but in the actual matchroom events, it's wild. So a lot of interesting things could happen. I remember seeing Kachi make a 2 ball into the 9 carom right into the side bucket for a victory. And it was a complete fluke. Everybody knew it, but hey, it still counts. All right, Ashley's going to come up to the table. I'm pretty sure the 8's out of the way. Could be an easy pocket shot. Did she get the 8 enough of a bump? This is the question. You could probably go rail first with a little bit of English. Still pocket this too. Exactly what she did. Did she get past the 5 ball? For short side position? Yes, she did. Beautiful shot again. You can tell she's really come a long way. She's, I mean, Scott and Jeremy had a lot of complimentary things to say about her game when she played in rounds 1, 2, and 3 of the McDermott Open. I hope she goes back and listens to those because they had some very constructive criticism, but also some very nice compliments. There you go. Pulls it back just nicely for the 5 in this corner. I wonder if she's going to thread the needle here between the 7 and the 8. 2 rails between them. Come back for the 6. Oh, she rattled this 4, but the 5. She did get between the 7 and the 8, sort of. I'm going to replay that one because a lot went weird there. Fires it in the corner, rattles it, makes it in the opposite corner. Somehow, maybe she even hit the cue ball to get a little assistance. But now she somehow ends up with 6. Pretty decent position. So, very fortunate roll there for Ashley, to say the least. Nice finesse shot. That's a 6 in the corner. Now she's going to end up on the rail, though. This just got a heck of a lot harder, folks. Now she can't even use the draw shot to stay on the 8. She's got to level the cue to go forward. Doesn't have much choice. And she played it beautifully. She got just enough speed to get the 7 in the corner, and she's not so fast that she took herself off the 8. Can't complain about that shot one bit. Hey, Shannon, just saw your comment. Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you. It's been a long weekend. One of the reasons I decided not to drive back to Wallingford tonight. But I don't like missing top 10 list matches either, so I kind of figured out a way to set up a studio here in my current residence in Milford. If you're friends with me on Facebook, I posted a picture of it earlier tonight. Sharkstream has opened a new Milford studio, so if you're curious what that looks like, go ahead and check that out. It's kind of neat, actually. Bobby liked it. Go, bang, dead slam. Cue ball didn't even move an inch. Ashley's up 4-2. All right, let's see if Ashley sets up the same way. She's looking to get that purple 5 ball in the bottom left corner. All right, nice break. She's got a good look at the 1 ball. But I think the trickiest part of this pattern is probably going to be the 2 to the 3. But she's going to have to make this 1 ball in the upper right corner, I think. Bring the cue across the 6 ball. Might even contact it. Got a little touch, and it's going to cost. Ooh, that touch cost her. But look what she did. She moved the 6 right into the 3. That's going to make this 3 ball a real problem for Jamy. The 8 ball's blocking the lower right pocket, so his only real choices here are the side pockets and the bottom left pocket, I think. And neither one of those really offers a good breakout opportunity on that 6-3. I'll try and just sort of bring the cue back, I think. That's more like it. Okay. Now I see what he's up to. I mean, he could either put it that much further on either side, like right there, or the opposite side going into the other side pocket. So this way he's going to use draw to try and get to the 6 ball. The other way he could use follow. I tend to use follow more. Wow, let's see. Does he have the 3 all the way up? He might. He might. This camera can be a little deceptive sometimes. There might actually be a gap there. Nope, just stuck her on the 6. That's a smart play too. Yeah, Andy, I saw something. So they basically said everybody that goes live, they will only store the videos for 30 days now. So they're kind of clamping down on live streaming on Facebook. I don't know why. It seems like a bad idea. I've been encouraging people to start using YouTube for at least a year now, as Facebook has gotten less and less inviting to live streamers. So they're saying they're going to take away the ability to cast the TV after April. You know what? Almost every smart TV has YouTube built in. It also accepts AirPlay or Chromecast or a number of different ways to get your signal from your television to your phone. If Facebook's going to be difficult, well then go to YouTube or go to Digital Pool. You'll be able to do all that and more. By the way, if you're interested in going to our Digital Pool $10 a month subscription, which allows you all table streaming access for all of our events and local casual play as well, you can go to that link in the bottom right corner of your screen. Sharkstreamtv.com will take you right there. Yeah, I like that safety on the 6. The 3 ball was going to be a pain no matter what, and Jamy definitely made the right call there. Ashley's coming out pretty strong though here. She's got a really nice pattern on this table left. I wonder if she's going to use a little low left and hold or a little high right and come around the 9. I've seen different players use different things. I think if I had ever, it looks like she's setting up low left. But just a touch of drag draw to get the cue back out in the middle. Nothing wrong with that. This is a little bit of a tester, but it's not too bad. You should end up on the right side of the table looking at the corner 6 in the, or in the 9 in the upper left corner. Big miss there from Ashley, but she didn't sell it out, so it's going to be a tricky shot for Jamy. I see a question in the comments section. Are you a pro stream? Nathan, if you are just now tuning into the Shark Stream for the first time, I could see why you could ask that question. But if you had tuned in anytime in the last 4 days, you would have seen 23 top-ranked WNT professionals here on the Shark Stream. So we had Eklund Kachi, we had Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, David Alcade, we had Jonas Soto, I mean, Jeremy Sosi. We had a bunch. So, I mean, it was a really exciting weekend. And quite frankly, last year we had about 18 different pros, and that's even without hosting a matchroom event. So Jamy just made a really nice shot on that 8-ball bank into the corner. He's going to try and drop the 9 in the same one, and he's going to just edge off a little bit. Ooh, Jamy, that's going to cost you. I don't think Ashley's going to miss this one. So yeah, we're up and coming awesome stream that we're hoping to be one of the biggest in the world. But right now, yeah, I like to say we're a pro stream. We had pro commentators, Scott Frost and Jeremy Jones in the booth this weekend. And we had 23 WNT pros playing pool here, so. Wow. Ashley missed. Yeah, we had the link on there, guys, as digitalpool.net/sharkstream, but we're finding that to be a little off-brand and a little bit trickier. I mean, Digital Pool is an excellent infrastructure site. They do the greatest brackets. They help with the live stream. They set up all this wonderful equipment, but it seems just easier to remember sharkstreamtv.com. It'll take you to the exact same place and you can just type it in off the top of your head. So that's the link we're using from now on, sharkstreamtv.com. Oh, he went for it, but I think he hit the 9 with his hand or the cue. I'm not sure which. He's just going to give up the game to Ashley. There was definitely something weird there. Oh, I forgot. I should have hit the replay button. Yeah, I think there might have been a hand foul in there somewhere, but it doesn't matter. He scratched, gave up ball in hand anyway. So Ashley's up 5-2. And if you're curious about the Sharkstream TV, oops. If you're curious about the Sharkstream TV, this is what it looks like. The sharkstreamtv.com, you get pro matches and top tier action. You get live and recorded matches, not just our tournaments, but if you come down to Yale Billiards and you punch in your name into the tablets on the screen, on the sides, on the walls, and you go in there and it'll start recording your match for you. And then at that point, you can go back into the main website and see Brian Brennan versus opponent or whatever you did on this date and this time, and you'll be able to rewatch your own game. So that's pretty sweet stuff. And tell you what, I mean, having that kind of game footage, so to speak, that's pretty valuable. You start to see what you're doing and what you're not doing, and it could definitely go a long way towards improving your game. So that's definitely a service we offer down here, and it's part of the exact same thing, the $10 per year, $100 per year, $10 per month. Can't beat it, folks. And it's not, I mean, we're planning on having more events just like the McDermott Open sometime down the road. It's just, I think Bobby needs a little bit of a break because once he has the Philly Expo, he's going on to the Beasley Open. So his month of it, I don't fully expect to see him for another 2 weeks. But we're going to be bringing you great content from both events. I believe we're going to be syndicating some of the side tables from the Super Billiards Expo as well. So I'll be either in the booth or in the Brian booth, bringing you some live coverage from side tables. That should be a lot of fun too. A lot of pros there. Who knows? Might even bring you something special. Jamy coming offline a little tiny bit, and that's all it takes on a 4-inch pocket, man. We had the rest of the pockets for the Matchroom event. We had the rest of the pockets in the room reduced to 4.5 inches. This one's still 4 though. And you need to be focused to get it right. You got to hit it in the center. So Ashley's looking for cover from the 3. Does she get there? Yeah, she's pushing it out mentally, but I don't think she got there. Setting up a pretty good 1-4 combo for Jamy. There's our guy from in the box, Nito Gomez. Nice meeting you this weekend. Hopefully you sold lots and lots of jerseys and had a good time. I saw a ton of people wearing the in the box jersey, so I feel like you had a pretty good weekend. And good luck at the Super Bowl Expo, by the way, Nito. Yeah, but I mean, Bobby's schedule is pretty nuts, but I think he himself made up the term team no sleep. So you know what? You made your bed, Bobby. Oh, we tried to force it in to get some extra action off the cue ball and ended up rattling. The Shark Man booth. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into my whole life story, but right now I'm in kind of a little bit of a weird place. So I'm staying with some friends, and they were gracious enough to lend me one of their bedrooms. And now it's called the Shark Man booth, just because Katina said so. Yeah, we got about 120 of you guys tuned in right now, at least that I can see. I don't know, I don't have visibility into the counts on Digital Pool yet, but that means we're at least 120, 130 people watching right now. So make sure if you're enjoying this match, and I think it's a pretty good match, like and share, get it out there. We're back with our regularly scheduled programming for the next few weeks. This weekend will be Super Billiards Expo kinds of things, but during the week, we're going to try and bring you some more list matches, possibly an action match or two if the pros are in the mood. And And the following weekend, we're going to be doing Beasley Open stuff. So just a lot of content coming your way right here on the Shark Stream. Oh, another one. Try to get a little bit of draw in there to bring the cue back up table. And man, these pockets don't want to hear it. If you're not center bucket, and believe me, these pros that were here this last 4 days, Hachi and all these guys, they were hitting center bucket. It did, you know, I think Bobby Hunt might have remarked, says, doesn't matter how big the pocket is if you hit it center pocket every time. And these guys were hitting center pocket every time. So, you know, even the term cheating doesn't come into it. Ashley's in a little bit of a pickle here. Got to look at the 3-ball, but nowhere to go. Try to play it off the 7. Billiard it into the corner pocket. She's going to get fortunate with this leave. The 7 and the 9 are both in the way. It looks that way. Jamie's going to have to kick. Kick he does, unfortunately. Cue ball dropped in the upper left corner. Ball in hand, Ashley with 5 really nicely spread balls. Nice and deliberate there. She going to get enough roll to get past this 6? Ooh, it's going to make this a little trickier. She's about the 50-yard line, as we like to say. You can go either way, left or right. Either way, the cue's not going to be in a happy place. You might just push the 6 down to the short rail and try to stick them on the 8-ball. That's going to do it. You might have a tiny edge of it, but pretty close. Jamie made good contact there, but wow, now Ashley has 4 really nicely positioned balls. Hopefully she won't let this one get away from her. Just stunned it up the table a little bit. Now she's, well, I think she wanted to be a little bit straighter, but it'll still work. She can come down to the short rail and back and still have plenty of room for the 8-ball. Rolling across the Kachi spot. I felt bad. You know, it's always a pleasure to have these pros here, but Eklund's such a powerful breaker. And Bobby just spent, I don't know what, to have 16 tables completely recovered by this guy, Cliff. And they're all brand spanking new. They all have the nice lines for the matchroom break, and Kachi just grinds them right down. So he you can see right there on like 6 or 7 of the tables, there's those white lines right in front of the box. If you're ever wondering where Kachi breaks from, that's where. Specifically Eklund. I don't think Claudio is quite as felt unfriendly. There you go. Ashley goes up 6-2. Well played. All right, so we're into this match 6-2 already. Ashley coming out with a pretty commanding lead. She's shooting very well. Hasn't made many mistakes. Jamie's made a couple, but Ashley's been playing fairly well. So rack number 9 coming out, and let's see how she breaks. Boom, 7 center pocket. One ball almost went in the side pocket. She's got a good look at the one ball, but it's a pretty deep cut. Still, it's better than no look at the one ball. Just gonna nudge it down, use the 4 ball, it looks like. Yeah, 4 ball is gonna give her plenty of coverage. Jamie's got a pretty easy kick though. That one's huge considering where it's so close to the rail. So all he's gotta do is bounce it in there, hit it full in the face, and send it up table, I think. Get some good separation out of it. Hit it pretty full. Is he gonna get lucky with the 6? No, but he's gonna have good cut. Yeah, the 8's gonna sit right in there and ruin the party, I think. The 8's got at least half the one ball and the half she wants to be able to cut it in. At least from this angle. And she's gonna get right up there and hit the jumper. Yeah, she does. Got over the 8 just fine. Smack the 1. Gonna have a good roll though. Jamie's got to really think about this one because if he does not make contact with the 1 and does not disturb the 1 or the 9, he'd be giving up a ball in hand to Ashley with that 1-9 combo just looming large. So you might start thinking about disturbing one or the other anyway. This is what I was afraid of. He got a little fortunate there, and he came back and got the 1, but he did not get a rail. Oh, wow. She hit that pretty short. Like she was stretched out and it looked like she kind of pulled back. She got down, pulled back, and then one stroked it and it just came offline. Tough when you're stretching out like that sometimes, but I think that might have been at least a part of what happened there. All right, Jamie, now's the time, man. If you let her get to 7-2, you're going to be in real trouble. If you can get back to 6-3, you still feel like you got a chance. And look at these balls. The 3 to the 4 to the 5, probably maybe the 5 to the 4 to the 5 is probably the only real painful part. Oh, and he bobbled the 2. Jeez. Orange pockets again, folks. Pulls it straight back. She'll have a pretty straight in shot on this 3 ball. She might have just enough to work with to scoot it out towards the middle. Nice little stunner. She wants to leave herself enough of an angle to get past the 8 ball, though. Oh, she kind of gunned it. Ooh. She wanted to hit it hard, but she had to hit it pure, and I think that one just sort of got away from her. Playing this 2 ways, I believe, because he knew he didn't have a shot at the 4 ball. That might have just been a pure safe play. It looked like he was aiming for the 3 on the side, but now that I look at the result, I don't think that's what he was looking for. I think he was looking for this exact outcome. Jamie's got a very tricky 2 railer, I think. That's the best way to get to it. top short rail, right long rail, and come back towards the three. The three's standing in the middle of the table, so it's a tiny ball. You're trying to kick at these shots. You want to see your target ball next to a rail somewhere. They grow like 5 times bigger when that happens. Gonna come 3 rails. Oh, all the way around. That was a heck of a save by Jamy, and it worked. Got ball in hand now. There you go. Just draw this one or stun it a little bit up towards the center of the table. If you get straight, you can always draw it towards the purple ball. Looking for a little distance and a little tiny angle. What you got? Powers it right in the corner. Now he's got a pretty nice look at this purple. I think he's off to the races here. Just a touch of draw, and he's on the 6 just fine. He's close to the pocket. Nice. Give himself a little angle to draw back up the long rail. Just doesn't want to get too straight on the 8. That's all he has to worry about right now. Hit it dead nut straight, didn't play the angle at all. I don't think it just, you could see as soon as it caught into this left rail, it hit the point, and as soon as it hit the point at that speed, the rail or the pocket was not going to accept it. Still a bit of a thinker, because if she cuts this 6 in this corner block, there's a good chance that Q will come back and hit the 9 ball and get way out of position. He might be thinking of just locking him up behind the 9 here. Hit it nice and soft, missed the 9, caught the point, and got great position out of it. Well, how else do you play that shot, folks? Looking real strong to get to 7-2 here. And she's definitely off, she's in command right now. Jamie's made some pretty costly mistakes. Jamie's actually giving some back, so there it is, 7-2.
Salado is the world's premier pool community. Playing your friends has never been more fun. Raise the bar with Salado so regular practice can become real pressure. With monthly prizes and cash payouts, Salado brings pool to the people. You can even submit match results to Fargo Rate through Salado if you want, but you don't have to. Your race, your place. Make your matches count with Salado. Download now and get started. No minimum play per month. 8, 9, 10 ball. You choose. It all counts.
Once again, the 8 ball goes shooting right in the pocket. You made what? 1, 2, 3 balls on that snap. Oof. Nice break, Ashley. Only problem, and it's not completely a problem. I think she might be able to thin this in the side, but boy, is it going to have to be a razor cut. Oh, she played the combo instead. What a shot. Now, what do? We got the 2 being occluded by the 9, it looks like. I don't think it goes clean. So is she gonna play another combo back to back? He's lining it up like she is. Oh, came a little bit left of the pocket. Gonna get lucky? No. Okay, so Jamie's back at the table. The balls are a little bit weirder now. Especially with the 9 about 9 inches from the side pocket. I know what Brian Merrick would be thinking, but what do you guys think? Wow, that was the shot. Brian Merrick said he got to carom this 9. Exactly what Jamie did. Great little bit of draw to arc it back to the 9, placed it right in the center of the side pocket. That was an amazing shot, folks. So Jamie clawing his way back to 7-3. Good without a brilliant carom shot. Jamie says, I ain't quitting yet. Put me in, coach. He's breaking from deep right here, and he's going to try and make that 2 ball, that blue ball on the top, go into the top left corner. There it goes. Tell you what, these pros had their matchroom breaks on point, and man, these listers have their standard break on point. That wing ball almost never stands a chance with that Taom max rack underneath. So where are we at here? We got the 1 ball pretty wide open in the area. 3 not too far away. Getting from the 3 to the 4 is the toughest thing I see here. The 5's a hanger. Everything else has got a pocket. Of course, I never miss from the booth. Nice shot. Comes around the 3 beautiful. Back to the middle of the table. What's he got planned for this 3 ball? I like a little high left. Try to come down between the 8 and the 9. Get on that pink ball. That's the high left, but he's going outside the 8. That works. A little more left than I would have used, but nothing wrong with that at all. Draw this one up the table, maybe. Looks pretty straight, but I think if you give it a nice stun, should be able to scoot up back towards past the 6. Just take that 7 right out of the picture. That's the shot. Okay, this just became a little trickier. Now he's thin on this 5. I go between the 6 and the 7, come back around the 8, put the 6 in the corner. Holy cow, did I call that one? Here you go. He's a little more straight than he wanted to be, I think, but he can just pull this straight back to the middle of the table. It's going to be a good draw shot, but he's got to hit it pure. He went forward. Also a good plan. Didn't quite get the angle he would have if he drew it, but I think he's in pretty good shape here. Come back 2 rails, so play the 8 in the corner. Hit the left rail, hit the right rail, and put the cue right where that 8 ball is, and you're in money. Oh, he thinned it. Spinned it, trying to hold it on the right side. Did he get lucky? Oh man, I think Jamie's got, or not Jamie, Ashley's got just enough of this 8-ball to pocket it, to be honest. To fix that local sponsors. Obscuring the top left corner. I think she has just enough. Yeah, she did. Now she's going to go past the 9, and she's going to have a dead nut shot to get on the hill. Great job, Ashley. That was a very, very nice cut to get around that 9 without hitting it. Boom. All right, so Ashley makes it to the hill first. Jamie needs to get 6 in a row, man. That's a tall order. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream tonight as much as I'm enjoying bringing it to you. I see about 120 out there. Oh, wow. Now we're up to about 140. That can't be right. Yeah. Now we're doing pretty good. So maybe we picked up a few new followers from our McDermott Open coverage. If so, welcome aboard. We bring you coverage like this 2-3 times a week at least for our top local players. And you know, we got a bunch of guys here. They got Brian the Kicking Chicken. We got Bobby Hunt, myself, Teddy, Clint, Joe Antoniani, Bobby Hilton, the man himself. Boom. Although we won't be seeing him in the booth anytime soon. His busy schedule. Ashley breaking for the set, and she broke dry. That's tough. She didn't leave much look at the 1 though. I think the outside edge is open, but then you risk scratching. So he's I would kick at it from behind personally. Just go around that 7, smack the 1 in the face, and send it up table as best you can. He went for the shot and he almost made it. Wow, he's going to scratch. That's going to be tough. Oh, it held. I can't believe that stayed up. Longest shot the table can offer. Let me see if we got any other interesting list matches coming up. I'm going to go on to our website at poolrankings.com. Bring up the week's schedule. Doesn't look like we have any more top 10 scheduled, but there's a couple interesting ones in there. I might bring you Thomas Natal and Christian Cabrera. That's an interesting matchup. Joe Garibaldo versus Dirk Ridley. That might be an interesting one. I like to get some of the other players that aren't in the top 10 on the list every once in a while. Maybe we'll even bring you Alan Longley, our McDermott Open announcer, versus Jim Vollard, our Yale Billiards list pro journalist. He basically does a lot of write-ups for our list match. It's always good to have him. We'll see. We'll find you some good content this weekend. Of course, this weekend's the Super Bowl or Super Billiards Expo, so we're going to have you a lot of good stuff this coming weekend. Stay tuned. Mark your calendars. You want to watch it on the Shark Stream. That looks like it's wide open for Ashley, to be honest. You should be able to make this, but then what do you do with the 2? You go Bobby Hunt and say there's no future. You would have to have a heck of a shot here to get the 2 in the bottom right corner. You had a heck of a shot, but she still does not have the 2. In fact, this is where I would leave my opponent. I was trying to play safe. Not a lot of options here. Gonna go 1 rail. Tough shot. 17-ish feet back and forth to make sure, and she hits it clean. Is she going to get a safety out of it? No, she is not. Still a very good hit. Hey, what's going on, Joe Antoniani? As I was reading the names of our stable of Sharkstream broadcasters, he appears. I Beetlejuiced him into the comments section. Except I only said Joe Antoniani one time. Every once in a while, Jamie stands so still that I worry that my video feed's locked up. Oh, we hit that a ton. Came off about a half a diamond. He just flew right in the side. Now look at this. Ashley's got a playground. Got ball in hand on the 2. No balls are I mean, every ball has at least 2 pockets. So let's see if she can get to work here and just finish this up. Gonna draw down to the short side or follow? She followed. Doesn't want to be too straight. All right. So far, so good. 2 down, 6 to go. You want to pull it out towards the middle, like the center spine of the table here, just so she has an angle on this 5 ball. She doesn't want to make sure she wants to make sure she doesn't rattle. That's the shot. Ooh. Thought she was in danger there when the thing hit the point, but it still went down. I think the new cloth kind of helped her out a little bit. It was sliding a bit. Now she's got a pretty dead nut straight shot. I like just sort of stunning it because I think she's got enough outside angle that she can still catch the 7, but man, it'd be a tough leave. Threw it straight back to the short side. See if that's going to work. Boy, it goes by the 8, but then the Q is going to go flying. He thinned it. And she might get the daily double. The cloth slowed her down, and Jamie's got a huge, huge chance here. He got nuts straight on the 8. That was the absolute last thing he wanted to do there. He wanted to leave it either a little bit higher or a little bit lower, but definitely not right there. I think he's a little frazzled being down 8 to 3. Seeing the mountain he's got to climb. I don't know. That was kind of a big mistake there. He's going to have to draw this all the way back to the table. He had more angle than I thought he did. I got to be honest. And he played it beautifully. All right, well, nice recovery and bad read by the commentator. You think I'm doing good commentary tonight? My name is Brian Brennan. You think I'm doing bad commentary tonight? My name is Bobby Hilton. Just to go back to what I was talking about a few minutes ago, man, we have our, for years, we've had Facebook and YouTube. Facebook has been the subscription section and the live TV, they've been a little streaming unfriendly, so I've been sort of subtly encouraging people to move over to YouTube. But if you want the full Sharkstream TV experience, this is where to go. You get every single table in the building. That's all 18. That includes 2 diamonds, 16, gold crowns. That includes events and tournaments. You can just sit there and watch whatever you want, whenever you want. And you can actually even rewatch your own matches. So if you come down and you activate the digital pool system, you can go back afterwards and check out your own gameplay. You have fully recorded game video. So it's pretty cool. Anytime you see professional sports broadcasters or whatever, they always go back and check the tape, so to speak. So if you want to get involved in that, sharkstreamtv.com is the place to be. And it looks like Jamy was in a damn hurry to break, and I missed it. Sorry about that, folks. Usually he's a little bit less paced. But he did break and he got one. He looks like he got the 3-ball. Got to look at the one. It's deep cut. But at least he's got a peek. Play this wrong-handed? By that I mean sinister or lefty. Oh, he is a lefty. He's playing a righty. Just going to stick him down, or stick her down behind this pink ball. That was the intention. He did not quite clear it, though. So Ashley's got a pretty good look at this pink ball, or this one ball. The pink ball didn't come to the rescue. That's all I'm saying. One in the corner. I don't know why she hit it a ton, but she hit it a ton. I mean, if the one did go, then she would have had position on the 2, but she missed that by a fair amount. And when you're hitting that speed into 4-inch, I mean, when you're hitting that speed into 10-inch pockets, you're going to come offline the way it is. What's Jamy thinking here? Is he thinking Brian Merrick style like he did 2 racks ago? Played that beautiful carom into the 9-ball. Dropped the 9 in the side like it was hot. Boy, oh boy, it looks like he's going to play it that way again. Here we go, folks. You going to get another carom 9? Yes, he is. Holy cow. Great job, Jamy. What a shot. That's twice he's carom the 9-ball in. And center pocket both times. So what great precision from Jamy Nadeau. Yeah, no wonder I missed the break last time, man. He had that thing set up in 10 seconds. Now our score is 8-5. Ashley has 8. Jamy has successfully gotten 2 in a row back off of Ashley. He needs 4 more. The score will update in just a quick hot second. Let's see what Jamy does on this app. He's looking for the purple ball to go in the upper left corner. And any other bonus balls he can get. Didn't quite get there. But he did. Let's see. He made. Yeah, he left. This is going to be a push out almost for sure. Well, let me think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, dry break. Looking at a solid chance of a push out here. No doubt. He's going to give him a peek at this one ball, but she's going to leave him on the rail so he can't even use a draw shot. All he can do is level out the cue and either play a safety or try to get aggressive and play the 1 in the corner. At purple, pink, black, so 5, 4, 3. Those balls are going to make for interesting safety play coming throughout this rack, I have a feeling. There's no super clear out. Just like that. Oh, it might leak. It leaked. Jamie, or not Jamie. Ashley has a little bit of the edge of the 1 ball here. You had to look at the edge of the one ball. What she didn't have was the edge of the one ball. Ball in hand, Jamy. Always fun when you have to start. Oh, he didn't have to start with a count. Oh, he's going to try and three fouler? Ooh. Here comes the offensive line here. We're talking NFL style here. The QB is going to sneak in behind the four ball. Wow. It's not like it was dirty. I knew those three balls were going to cause a whole lot of havoc this rack, and so far I'm not disappointed. So if Ashley misses this, she'll be on 2. Got the 3, drop the Q. All right, now I think my play here is to send the 1 up table and put the Q right behind that 8-4-5 again as best I can. I don't even try to bother with this 9-ball safety. In fact, if you can get the Q to bounce off the short rail and head towards the 7 while you do it. Oh, slow down. All right, wow. Okay, Ashley on 2. Could be seeing a 3 foul out. This is a tough shot, and it was a very well executed one by Jamy. Got just enough of the 5 inside the 1 or the cue ball there to keep the 1 rail out of the picture. She's got to go at least 2 rails to catch this one, or she gives up 8-6. Clutch shot here, folks. Nope. That's it. All right. Amy with a successful 3 rail on the commentator prediction that the 4, 5, 8 was going to cause a lot of craziness in this rack. And Jamy played it like a fiddle. Nice shot, Jamy. Nice shooting, I said, or should have said. Hey guys, if you're still interested in any of these McDermott Open jerseys, I know a ton of them were being worn by players and spectators alike. There are still a few available, as far as I know. If you want, reach out to Bobby Hilton or Jamie Pfaff, and they'll get you in contact with In the Box and see if we can get you a McDermott Open official jersey. Like I said, I think there's a few left, both at the pool hall and at the what do you call it? At the actual and In the Box. So if check that out. They're really good, well-designed shirts. And I saw at least 3 dozen people wearing them around, so you're not going to be alone. Jamie, I said needed 3 or needed 6 in a row. Ashley needed 1. Jamie's put together the last 3 in a row. It's actually 8-6. I want to see them update the score. I kind of don't miss not having to update the score, but then when they lag behind a little bit, I kind of miss being able to update the score. So, yeah, I hope Jamie didn't forget about that rack because he is at 8-6 right now. He did get 3 in a row. I'm not a referee. I'm not even in the building, so I can't go and advise the players on mishits or anything like that. I can only sit here and talk. I really want to see Jamie get credit for the game he just won. That carom shot was sick. Sometimes you get a little excited and forget, Wow, another brilliant carom from Jamy Nadeau. That's 3 so far tonight, 2 including 9 balls, but that 3 off the 8 to go to the side, that's not as easy as it looks, and he made it look easy. I mean, I think I was looking at that shot, and she just, yeah, she knew she was going to give Jamy an exposed shot, but I don't think. I'm trying to figure out that particular thought process there. I'm not sure. Sorry. Oh, Jamy missed, so I guess it worked out for Ashley. And if I had my phone on me, I would go back and open up YouTube, check out the score when Jamy made that carom into the 9, because I thought it was 8-5 when he made the carom into the 9. I want to say he missed a game point. But if anybody out there can verify that for me, I'd be grateful. I just have 2 iPads open, a Mac computer sitting here. I don't have another device in my hands that I can go back and check YouTube, but I'd like to actually see if anybody knows for a fact that the score is currently 8-6. In fact, I just looked it up on YouTube myself. It was 8-5 when Jamy got his point for the 3 foul. He did not mark the point. The score is 8-6, and with that 9 ball, the score is now 8-7. I don't know how to reach out to any of the players, but Yeah, he just updated it to 8-6, but he didn't take his point for the 3 foul. Oh, there we go. All right, he fixed it. Oh, phew. I'd hate to see him battle his way back to Hill in actuality and have it marked as 8-6. And then Ashley all of a sudden wins because he didn't count his points, but it looks like they figured it out. I had the score at 8-7. The score is correct on your screen. Thanks everybody for I didn't see anybody check it, but I went and checked it myself on one of my iPads. And I could tell as soon as he got the 3 foul, he just walked over, racked the balls, and then sat back, went right to the break, didn't mark his point. So the score is 8-7, and it is correct. Like I said, Ashley needed 1. Jamy needed 6 in a row. Well, he's gotten 4. There's some signs of life in the old boy, so let's see what happens. As often happens when Andy Gow is tuned in, as almost always happens when Andy Gow is tuned in, this might go hell. All right, I see everybody was agreeing. I had to close the iPad that I used to look at the booth just so I could review the tape on YouTube, as I say. And Shannon was in agreement. David is up to the players to keep score. There's tablets on the wall. And Katina, you're exactly right. He was already at 5 when he 3 fouled her. Should have gone to 8-6 right then and there. Oh, big miss from Jamy, but didn't sell the whole farm. So anyway, we got the score correct, and we still got 2 strong players on the list fighting for the number 4 spot. Ashley is defending it from Jamy Nadeau, who was down 3 at one point. So 8-3, and he's battled back hard. So don't count him out. No quitting him. Ashley going to kick at this too. Needed to hit that a little fuller, I think. She tied up the 4 and the 7. Gonna make this. I mean, the 4 and the 7 are tied up temporarily. As soon as Jamy makes this 2 ball, they're broken. Or he could just use them as coverage. Look at that. I thought for sure he'd try to pocket the 2 and just bang into him. Take his chances, But you don't win 4 in a row by taking a lot of chances. So good play. John, I heard you banging around downstairs. I figured you might be jumping in the commentary. There's the breakup. Didn't want to, I don't think, but I don't think Ashley's really got a good look at a safety or a pocket shot here. Curious what she does here. I got nothing. That's a good idea. Well, I think Jamie's got to look at this too. Boy, these 2 are just coming in hot. Does he have the edge? If he has the edge, does he scratch? Has the edge and he didn't scratch. If the 2 situates itself right on the long rail. Not a terrible leaf. Push these down behind the 9-3-8 conglomerate. 4 balls was a pretty good spot to block with 1 rail. But Jamie's got a pretty good 2 rail on here. Yeah, you gotta sound. I just got a comment. Text that says my voice or my microphone might be cracking a little bit. If you guys are hearing that, let me know. So I can go out and get a headset that I have to the next broadcast. But as far as I can tell, it's pretty good. I was really in the comments section. I don't know how 60 of you watching that now. And what turned out to be a pretty hot game. So I am sounding a little weird. I appreciate that. Let me try resetting my microphone. Maybe that'll help. All right, I tried unplugging and plugging my microphone back in. Does this sound any better? I saw your comment, John. Yeah. I can pair them up. So well, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to work on the the microphone a little bit. Was it earlier in the broadcast? I'll go back and listen to it. Tell you what, but it looks like Ashley's going to take this set down. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. Yeah, that was pretty close, right? Like I said, I don't know. Something must have happened to my internet feed or to my microphone. I'm going to find a new set of cans and see if I can improve that. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. And like I said, thanks for tuning in. If anything else happens at Yale Billiards this week or tonight, I'll be happy to go back on the air. I was just handed a set of Beats by Dre that apparently have a microphone in them. I'm gonna see if I can get that to work, and we'll figure it out. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Took Ashley, Ashley had him on the ropes. Jamy fought back, but Ashley got the win. So Ashley retains her number 4 spot. She'll return to fight the winner of Dave Gavish, or I'm sorry, the loser of Dave Gavish and Rob Pierce in the next list period. So, all right, this is Brian Brennan in the not so much in the booth, signing out. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you later on down the week.
I'm going to give a shout out to all of our sponsors. We've got Greater New Haven APA, Sigmaware, Tommy Supplies, Mabel's Tables, NM Billiards, Dynamic Power Wash, Pool Table Magic, Simonis Cloth, of course, the Shark Stream and Yale Billiards, Andy Gow, Support Pool, Share, and Donate, Salado, Mark Anthony Home Improvement, WR Magic Carbon Cleaners, McDermott, Taom Billiards, Vacules, Aramith, Master Billiards, K. Morgan Commercial Painting, Jacoby Custom Cues, and Harriman Real Estate. Don't forget, folks,